the smallest pieces possible in there. Okay, we'll leave that off. This has a little bad spot on it, so cut that off. All right. Big Teddy, welcome in. Big Teddy, I was watching, who was I watching this morning? You were in someone's chat this morning, and I was like, hey, it's Big Teddy. And I know your name isn't Big Teddy anymore, your Twitch name, but that's what it is in my head. If you'd like me to call you something else, I'm happy to do that. I forget whose chat it was though. I wasn't chatting. I knew that. I was lurking. You might not have seen me there, but I saw your name. It might have been a DJ stream actually. Have to catch the bus to head home. Well, that is a familiar scenario. 660. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for hanging out and the compliments. Words of praise are my love language, so I appreciate compliments. Thank you very much. I'm all over the place, so I can't remember what stream it was. Yeah, I think it was I want to say it was I want to say it was a DJ stream, but I don't remember who. I was only in 2 DJ streams today, so I was in our friend of the stream, Patrick Richards, was streaming today, and I was also hanging out in this guy from London or England, not London, somewhere in England. His Twitch name is Beat Cleaver, like cleaver like the knife. And oh, Big Teddy, it was Supernatural Writer's stream. I pop into her stream because it's a chill. It's like a chill vibe over there, and she's been in this chat quite a few times. So I do. It was that's where it was. It was not a DJ at all. I was watching Beat Cleaver at the same time. That's where it was. Okay, cool. Mystery solved. Thanks for working through that with me. You said fitness, and Lillian does workout stuff in the morning. I usually pop in the afternoon for the co-working stuff because it's kind of like a chill vibe. Gift giving is the way I express my love, but I don't like to receive gifts. Same, Liz. Same. I am weird about gifts. I don't gifts that I like, money. Gifts that I don't like, everything else. I was watching AFK Kitchen last night, which, by the way, I'm glad Kathy's back. If you don't follow AFK Kitchen, she's a food and drink streamer, has been taking a hiatus for a while and is back now doing. She was just chatting last night, but she was talking about how she feels weird when people donate money on the stream, and I was like, man, I feel like I have the opposite. I would have the opposite reaction because like money is the one gift that I am happy to receive always, because it's just money. You can use it anywhere. I don't like getting gifts that are tactile things like products. I like food. I like gifts of food. If I can eat it, I'm happy with it. But if it's something that I have to like store somewhere or use in some capacity, I'm sort of I'm like, no, thank you. I'm gonna cut this up even finer. I had a great workout today. Went really heavy trying to hit the lats, and I feel I was successful. Cool. I can appreciate a good workout. I used to work out sometimes. Occasionally, I've had periods of my life where fitness was important to me. I don't think I've ever been anywhere near the level of your scenario, Teddy, because I know you're more, um, more of a regular worker outer. It makes sense. That's not even a thing. Um, I was in Kathy's stream yesterday as well. It's just a man thing. I think money is uncomplicated gifts. Right. Well, the thing I'm just so particular, right? Like this watch, Gwen got me this watch for Christmas 2 years ago, and I sent her the literal link to it. I was just like, here, this is the watch that I want for Christmas. And she was like, well, I don't always like to buy you things like that. I would rather like buy you something that I think of. And I'm like, well, you can do that. You can definitely do that. If you buy this thing though, I guarantee you I'll like it, and I will think about you when I'm wearing it. And I do, because I'm even talking about it right now. Like I wasn't going to buy, I keep a list of things that I'm not going to buy for myself necessarily, but if someone else was interested in buying them for me, cool. That's, that's how, that's how I feel about things. I try really hard to give other people very thoughtful gifts, but I get awkward when anyone gives me anything. Yeah. I love gift giving. I keep a list all year of things to buy for people. Christmas is never a problem. Like I already know what I could get people for Christmas this year. Everybody I have hates receiving anything other than money as a gift. Yeah, I don't know. I buy my own stuff. When I want something, I'll buy it. It's kind of how I am. And if I can't afford it, then I won't get it. And that's that. And I don't spend a lot of time thinking too much about it. I went hand today, did supersets of cable rows, lat pull downs, chest press, and cable flies. That sounds like you had a successful day. That it also sounds very tiring, let's be honest. But I would get tired after just a few of those. Cyborg Chop, welcome back. 242 pounds for pull downs and rows. That's more than me. 176 on chest press and 132 on the cable flies. I'm thinking, has anyone seen online the guy, the Swedish guy who's like a strongman or whatever, who there was a video of him the other day, like bench pressing two people, just like holding them by the belt and pressing them up. I was I came across my feed the other day and I was like, excuse me, let me scroll back to this. 4 working sets. Congrats. Fierce snails, thank you. They're orange. Orange with a white tip. And I'm surprised these are now on week two, and they're not chipped yet. 20 reps per exercise and set. Magnuson, yeah, I think no, it was the guy who played the mountain in Game of Thrones, whatever his name is. I don't know. He's famous. I don't know actors like that. I know like Tom Cruise and like Brad Pitt. That's the one. I think so. Icelandic. Yeah. Okay. I was like, I recognized him because I've watched Game of Thrones, and I'm like, oh, it's that guy. He's a strong man, right? Like that's what his background was. I feel like that's his. I feel like that's he came out of the strongman competitions, I believe, and then was like, oh, you're huge, and you could be an actor. I spy my favorite soda Olipop. Yes, Liz, did you see the banana one? They came out with a banana one this week or last week. Yes, Cal. Cal Cal informs me there's also Olipop at Target. Did you buy any? Did you see a banana one? Okay. So they didn't see a banana one and they didn't buy it, which is fine. We have some. If in the future, Cal, you see banana Olipop, get it. Thank you. Half our streams on Twitch. What's that, Gwen? Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I want the banana one. I'm gonna order it. I think I'm gonna order it from the internet. The place that I have been buying Olipop from just stopped carrying it last week. We got like the ones in the fridge are like the last ones they had in stock. I was a little, hmm, I had some feelings about it. I was really annoyed because they used the shelf space that had previously been for Olipop is now for literal bottles of Coca-Cola. And I'm like, guys, you can buy Coke at a gas station. You were the only place I could buy Olipop. Anyway, um, he is a two-time world champ. I'm not going to try to say that 5 times fast, but I believe that I believe, uh, mainly because I don't actually know how to pronounce that. I don't want to mess it up. He streams on Twitch. Okay, cool. Um, I would like to lurk in on that channel, and I would like to lurk on that channel and see what he's up to. Um, they did a launch for the Minions movie, but it was so popular now it's permanent. I love that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm looking forward to trying it. I'm absolutely just going to order it because I can't get it anywhere else, or at least I am unaware of where else I can get it. And I don't want to spend the time looking because I know they can just send it to me. I can just pay them for it and they'll send it to me directly. And that will be nice. Okay, so what I'm working on now, I'm doing some herbs. This is going to be for the cucumber, onion, watermelon radish salad. And the chives are I'm going to split these and use some of them in the salad and then use some of them on the grilled cheese. I need to put my bacon in. Yeah. And I need to get my cast iron pans out. The pans are preheated, or very heated. All right. Bacon is in. That's going to take, let me set a timer for that because if I don't, I will 100% forget that those are in there. Let's see, 12 minutes. Um, well, I can do that since it's close to my own language. Yes, Big Teddy, I assumed that you were able to. The crisp apple during Christmas time is my favorite. I've never had that one either, Liz. I feel so left out. The only ones I've had are the ginger, the strawberry cream, and Calvin, what's the other Olipop we've had? Oh, root beer and soda. Root beer, the cola, the strawberry, and the ginger lemon are the ones we've had. The other ones, I didn't even know they had a separate winter one. Now I need to. I've been learning Scottish Gaelic for 2 years and I struggle with some of those sounds, and I bet it sounds ridiculous. I took Gaelic in college. Fun fact, I took a semester of Gaelic in college, and the reason was so that I could go on the trip to Ireland with the class, which I did, and it was fun. And I do not remember any Gaelic, unfortunately. I retained enough to pass the class and go on the trip, and then I immediately retained nothing else. Um, it is a hard language. I agree. It really is. I love it though. It's fun. It's wild to hear someone speaking it because it sounds so different from your like Germanic. Okay. So let's mix this up. Grilling cheese. Yeah. Chapstick Green, welcome in. It is definitely just a grilled cheese night tonight. Grilled cheese, tomato soup, a little green salad, and that's gonna be our dinner tonight. A lot of salt on here because I like salt. There's a fairly large difference between Irish and Scottish Gaelic, I bet. I bet. Uh, I think the only thing that I remember is it's raining today, which is like ta and I'm Einsteinisch or something of that nature. That's it. That's all I remember. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. The other thing that I want to do for this salad is I have tomato that I'm going to cut up for the grilled cheese, but I'm going to take a little, like half of that tomato and put it in the salad too. Finally got my background check done. Came back free and clear, of course. I just spent a lot of money on new shoes today. We're making travel plans now for my job. It's exciting. Chapstick Queen, that's exciting. When do you actually start? So you got the offer, you're in. Have you have you given notice yet? Have you given notice yet? That's the hard part. It's not the hard part. That's actually the hardest part about leaving a job, I think, is the giving notice to your current employer. Once you do, though, it's like, hey, I'm free. Um, have you have you tried have you tried a new your new schedule yet too? Have you tried like getting up and doing all the things? Because that's always challenging too. If your schedule has to change, like it's kind of a weird. It's always a bit of a fraught situation. Okay, Otters, welcome in. Hey, hey. Fly out on the 4th. Hold on. I mean, where's my mouse? I don't even know where my mouse is anymore. Um, it's odd how I went from not understanding how some of their words could have so many letters with so few sounds to thinking that spelling makes so much more sense pronunciation wise than English does. You've you started you've started to join the Gaelic cult, Cinderella. But I feel like that's just it's just learning. It sounds nice. I mean, it's nice when your brain starts going, "Oh, this is easy," or like this makes sense. That's a nice turning point. The disgusting thing about Finnish is that there are 15 conjugations for nouns, conjugation cases for nouns. No, no, thank you. Um, Chapstick Queen, you fly out on the 4th, work through the weekend, which is a lot, and fly back on the 9th. I get my own room at that place, and I don't have to get notice because I've not been working since September. Right. As I was saying that, I remembered. I was like, wait, they said they yes. I feel like I remembered that as I was talking, and then I just like came out. No, but I have time to change the schedule. Excellent. Okay. So the rest of this tomato, I'm going to cut up into chunks and put that in this salad as well. I'm also going to take some of these pulpy seeds out of here. Just a little bit. There's like a pulp, two little pulp sacks in here. Get rid of those. All right, perfect. Let's cut this into little chunks, and we'll make a salad out of this. That's not right. That's the butt. You don't want that. Uh, 14 of them are actually used as well. The 15th is academic and formal and is rarely used. Oof. When you're talking about having a specific conjugation just for an academic purpose, that sounds complicated. That's in that's in ta on uh is it is raining today in Scots Gaelic. The Anish part you said means now. Okay. It's Easter weekend. Is this weekend Easter weekend? Oh, no, no, no. You're on Easter weekend. Okay. I was like, is this Easter? This is not Easter weekend, right? This coming weekend. Hello. I don't follow the religious calendars at all. I have no idea. 4th through the ninth. Okay, good. Sorry, Jessica, you literally just gave me a like, uh, you you put me into just a very mild panic just there because I there are some expectations. We don't do a lot of religion stuff here, but we do like Easter eggs and hiding things around the house because that's fun. That's very commercial. You don't need to be invested in a religion to enjoy chocolate. So I was just panicked because I'm not going to be here this weekend. So I was like, oh shoot, this is going to be all on Gwen. And then my second thought was, and we haven't done anything towards it yet. Whew. Okay, good. Um, Dan, it's going very well. How are you doing? Welcome back. Nice dice. I like the name. Hello, found your stream while scrolling around. My name is Sandra. I'm 50 years old and a professional chef from Germany. Sandra, nice to meet you. Welcome in. My name is Lou. I'm 38. I'm a definitely not a professional chef from Philadelphia in the East Coast United States. I cook for my family on weeknights, and then occasionally we'll do some streams for weekends, meal prep stuff, prepping. Next week we're going to be doing a camping prep stream on Wednesday night. So welcome in. Hope you're. Thanks for coming through, and thank you for letting me know uh, where you found the stream. Just moving around through Twitch. Huh, okay. No, it is not. Good. Mild panic. Yes. Um, we do the candy. Yes. Easter candy, especially after Easter sales. That's our holiday. Yeah. I don't mind Easter candy. Easter candy is great. It's it's the other aspects of the holiday that we just don't gravitate to, you know? Doing good. Just made some spaghetti. Fantastic. What's your sauce? What do you is this a jarred sauce night? Is this a homemade sauce night, Dan? What are you pairing with the spaghetti? Are you a butter noodles type of person? No shame in that either. Um, okay, salad I would say is done. It's done. I have some olive oils up here. Let's see what we've got. We've got a harissa olive oil. No, I don't want that. It's going to be too much. It's going to be too warm. I have a butter infused oil, Milanese gremolata, Tuscan herb. Let's try this gremolata. Let's see what this one is. Oh, okay. You love food and cooking. See that on your amazing tattoos. Yeah, I definitely do. Cooking, food obviously has been important. Cooking started to be important for me in college and then after, in the sense of like, hey, I need to eat my own food. um, but I don't think I started enjoying it like a lot after my son was born, I would say. I liked cooking previously. Milanese gremolata. Nah, not into that one. I'm into it, but not for this. Let's try this one. Tuscan herb infused olive oil. Cool. Well, this already has some herbs in it, so maybe they'll complement each other. Time to check that bacon. Let me get this label off here using the tip of my knife. Clearly a thing that we should all be doing. Nice dice, but yes, I do love food and cooking. Otters, you are watching from Erie. Cool, cool. You are on the other side of the state from me. I had a friend who I worked with over the summers in a camp setting in New England, and he lived in Erie and I lived in Philadelphia. And one year he was like, "Hey, can you drive me to camp? You're driving there, right?" And I was like, "Dude, Erie is nowhere close to being on the way. It's farther to get to Erie than it is to get to where we're going. So no, I cannot pick you up." He made he made it there anyway. He hitchhiked on stuff. Um, oh, jar sauce, quick and easy. Yes. Someday soon I can try homemade sauce. Homemade sauce is super easy. Jarred sauce is easier. If it's coming from a jar, it's definitely easier. Um, she's in and out. There was there was some requests from the living room happening, so she was on alert. We'll pass the message along with and Teddy when she's out when she comes back up. If I got my favorite foods tattooed on me, it would be all mushrooms, tomatoes, and tacos. Yes, and little jars of hot sauce. That's cute. Okay, this is, I believe, finished. Let's get a best bite here. Got the tomato and get some onion on there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, just a little side salad. Nothing fancy. Let's check on this turkey bacon now. Okay. Last last thing. Clean this up, and then I'll check on the bacon. I promise. It's only been in there 12 minutes. Okay. Um, these are looking good. Give those another like 3 minutes in there. Turkey bacon's weird. I can't tell how it doesn't crisp up the same way as regular bacon does. So I'm always a little bit like, is this good? Is it ready, finished, whatever? Um, I that gremolata olive oil is hitting me. Excuse me. I just made pasta sauce with potentially deadly garlic. It's cooked. I'm saying, I think you'll be fine. I think it's going to be cooked out and you'll be all good. Um, okay. Cheese. Let's get some cheese grated here. I want a little bowl big enough. That was big enough. Box grater. There it is. Okay, cool. These are, how many ounces are these? How big are these? Does this even say? No, it doesn't say. It's fine. Um, so cheese today, cheddar, sharp cheddar, and Havarti, all kind of melty cheeses. So good stuff. No sliced cheese today. I've only got grated. So we're going to be, we're going to go in and melt these first on the sandwiches. So they get melted together before we fry them in the pan. So the usual, my typical grilled cheese method applies here today. So what we got? Regular cheddar. Cool, cool. Um, those phrases are fun to say. Yeah, I'm watching y'all's Gaelic conversation. I have no idea how to say any of this. It's so funny to see a language where you know that those letters are the same alphabet, but they are not. They don't go together the same way. Buntatu, chapstick queen. Havarti is so good for grilled cheese. Agreed. Hard agree. I'm going to go ahead and grate all of this cheese, though, um, because I don't. I know I'm going to grate this no matter what I'm doing with it, so I might as well just grate it all right now, and then I can just put it in a container and store what I'm not going to use tonight. So that's the move. All three of these cheeses came from the same place, the same farmers market, the same vendor. Country View Creamery out of somewhere in Pennsylvania, somewhere in central Pennsylvania, I believe. Okay, let's just get these into some bowls. Hold on. Hold on. This is going to be magic. This is going to be magic. Whoop, whoop. Ah, yeah. Gosh, that was satisfying. That was so stupidly satisfying for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, that is cheddar. Let's put the plastic on top of that to remind me, because I will 100% forget what that is momentarily. Let me check this bacon again. Bacon is looking, it's looking baked. We're good. All right, bacon's out of the oven. I'm going to leave the oven on so that I can use it to melt the cheese on these sandwiches. Okay. Music today is the melodic bass station, and I am not gonna lie, kind of digging it. Kind of digging it. Okay, so we have cheddar. This is sharp cheddar. Um, I had a grilled cheese with pineal bacon. I'm not sure what that is. With bacon and Havarti the other day. So good. It's the best with sourdough or rye, though. I agree. I wish I had some sourdough. I would prefer sourdough. Canadian bacon. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I love Havarti. Um, I like one of my favorites is pesto chicken sandwich with Havarti cheese on it and caramelized onions on a like a brioche or Kaiser style roll. That's just one of my like all-time favorite sandwiches. Just chicken, pesto chicken, melted Havarti, onions. Oh my gosh, this cheese stinks. It's good. It's a good stink. It smells like it should. It's like funky. Brioche sounds good too, though. Or give me some good grilled focaccia. Yes, a grilled cheese with focaccia bread. Do I have time to make focaccia? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I do, but only for Thursday if I start right now. Okay, so cheddar. We got sharp cheddar and Havarti. I I'm just like I'm so satisfied with myself. Like I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm not. I've never done that before. Like I've just never done that. I don't know why. I just haven't. Okay. Now the question is, can I grate Havarti? Will it grate? I'm pretty sure it grates if I recall correctly. Havarti grates just fine. We'll find out momentarily. Yeah, it's a lot softer. It's definitely a lot softer. So you have to watch out for it breaking on me. What have you what have you never done? Oh, I'll show you in a second. Just the little thing with the box grater, picking it up with the bench scraper. Like I'm filling the box grater with cheese, but I've never put the bench scraper under it and picked it up that way and like transferred it. And it's just one of those things that I'm shocked that I've never done it. And I'm kind of super satisfied at the moment that it is, that I had the thought to do that. I don't know. It was just one of those very self-satisfied, like, oh yeah, that's good. That'll do. That'll do. This reminds me of the scene from The Devil Wears Prada where she decides she's not going to eat the grilled cheese he makes, and he's like, "Give that here? Are you kidding? There's like $8 worth of Jarlsberg." I love that movie. Um, yeah, I think good like fancy grilled cheese is really good. I don't need fancy grilled cheese to be satisfied with grilled cheese. I I like it when it's a little in between. I like it just elevated past Wonder Bread and sliced American cheese. That's like the sweet spot for me. Once we're starting to get into expensive cheeses, that I'm sort of like, now. Speaking of good buns, Chris Hangry, welcome, welcome. Good buns last night. Um, okay, cheese is good. Bacon is done. Tomatoes are cut. Let's get this bread ready. You created that so fast. Didn't feel fast, but it happened. Um, Before we do that, though, let's get this soup in the on the stove. So today's soup is an old homemade recipe. We've been making for years. You start with a box of Pacific Foods tomato soup, and you shake it. This is the important part. This is right here. This is where the magic happens. This is where you really put your own like personal touch on it. Maybe give the box a squeeze so that you're like kind of working it around a little bit. Um, and once you're finished that, you transfer it to the pan. So this is only 1 quart. So we're only going to make like a quart of soup today. Um, and then the real secret to this, the real like only the real ones know, is you don't stop there. You take a little bit of milk, just a little bit, and you pour it in, maybe like a quarter cup of milk, maybe something like that. And you put the lid back on. And this is important. You got to put your finger over the top, and then you give it another shake. That's gonna get all that extra stuff out of there. Oh yeah, and pour that in. Perfect. Look at that beautiful soup, man. So good. Mm, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. It's a family recipe. All right. So I'm gonna put that on just on low. We're gonna do a little lid, and I'm gonna forget about that until it boils over. Okay. Milk away. Let's start to make grilled cheese sandwiches. Let's assemble. Assemble. So the sandwich part is something that, from a meal prep perspective, you could do this. You could do most of this ahead of time. The soup is super. Don't say it like that. Don't say soup is super easy. No, go ahead and say it. Yeah, the soup is super easy, and the grilled cheese the secret to the grilled cheese is the pre-melts, right? So I think what a lot of folks do when they make grilled cheese is they assemble the sandwich. If a cheese, everything's cold, right? And then they put it in the pan. Put it in the pan. Did y'all like my Mrs. Ruby memorial parchment paper crumbling? Learned it on Twitch. learned it on Twitch. But if you're making grilled cheese, you can assemble everything and do a pre-melt and make it like right to the point where it's needing to be pan fried. And then you don't need to do anything else. You can hold those. You can hold those for a couple hours if you want. You could even freeze them like that. And ultimately, what you would end up with, so hold on, one for me, one for Calvin, one for Gwen, one for me. And then do I have another, like, I feel like I have bread in here that's like an end. I do. So let's use these last two and bread ends. Why did you crumble it, Dan? Great question. Glad you asked. The crumbling helps it lay flat. So let's give a little illustrated example here. And when you have a piece of parchment paper that's been in a roll, and you open it like this, what does it do? It curves up, right? And then you set it flat, and it's going to curl up again. If you set it like this, it might stay flat. This is a new roll, so it's kind of unrounded yet. But if you crumble it a little bit, just a little bit, and it won't change what the parchment paper does. Like, it won't change the efficiency of the parchment paper. If you crumble it, it always lays flat, just 100%. And this is good if your parchment is like an odd size for the pan, or it's like a little bigger and it's kind of hanging over the side. The crumbling, nothing, it doesn't diminish the effectiveness of the parchment at all, and it helps it lay flat. So that's why you would crumble it. You don't have to. It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement, but it's one of those things that I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that. Chris Hangry, I learned something new. I'm glad. I wish I cannot take credit for it. I learned it from Mrs. Ruby, food and drink streamer, who I believe learned it from somewhere else. So just passing it along. I am just a steward of this knowledge. I am not the originator. There's no new knowledge in the world like that. Okay, so what I'm doing now, we're prepping sandwiches. So for grilled cheese, I use mayonnaise on the outside of them because it makes them better. The fat in the mayonnaise sticks around for a little longer than the butter if you use butter. And I think that it gives it a little extra, just a little something extra, a little extra crispiness or whatever. So what I'm doing first is assembly. So I'm going to get both sides of these guys, slathered with mayonnaise, for lack of a better term. And then we'll fill them, and then we'll melt them, then we'll fry them. So this is a multi-step process. But if you're making, like, if you find yourself in a scenario where you have to make like 10 or more grilled cheese sandwiches, I would advocate to do the pre-prep, to do a pre-melt on all of them like I'm doing, because then it makes frying them quicker and easier, and you can make them ahead. You don't need to make them like as they are being asked for. So it's very it's very convenient to do them ahead. That's all I'm saying. It's like if you need to fit nice, so the parchment paper, it's like if you need to fit it in loaf pans, turn the pan over and fold the corners over so you kind of make a basket. Yes, that will fit in the pan when you turn the pan over. Yeah, the crumbling will certainly help with that, for sure. I'm making at least one extra grilled cheese because I think it'll be good in Calvin's lunch this week if he ends up going to school this week. I'm just hoping I don't get sick because I'm supposed to go somewhere this weekend with a friend of mine, and I don't want to get them sick, and I don't want to get the other people that are going to be there sick. But I can't control any of that. I'll just let it go. If it happens, it happens. All right, these are finished. All right, step one, done. Hellman's is hell yeah, and use the correct mayonnaise. I like Hellman's. I like Duke's too, to be fair. I enjoyed Duke's a lot. Hellman's was I buy the largest jar that I can get. Sometimes it's Hellman's, sometimes it's Duke's. I don't have I am not personally going to advocate for one over the other, but I will say I grew up with and am more familiar with Hellman's. Duke's was new to me as of like last year. I was like, oh, I didn't even know there was different mayonnaise. Like I, hello, I've lived on the East Coast my entire life, and Hellman's has been the only thing. And I saw Duke's and was like, what? Um, yes, looks good, but wow, that's a lot of mayo. I don't disagree, fish stick. It's a good amount of mayo. I think yeah, there's a lot of mayo. I was trying to like sugarcoat that somehow and make it like better or nicer. No, it's just a lot of mayo. We're just acknowledging that this is a gratuitously mayonnaise stream. Let's just go with that. Um, New knives are exciting. Agreed. I just popped in to see how Cal is feeling, literally working from the car at soccer practice. Megan, Cal is feeling good. He's a little better today, did not go to school again, but is feeling improved. He went to Home Depot with Gwen. And so he's been out of the house. He didn't want to stream today. Was not feeling up for that, but he's gonna stream with me on Thursday evening of this week. So we're gonna do mac and cheese on Thursday night. But he's doing well. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Did you rinse the cap when you dropped it? No, it landed face up. Um, had it landed face down, I would. I got the QP, haven't tried it yet. I am curious. Can't remember the last time I had QP mayo. Also, I'm a mayo toast over butter toast person as well. I'm sorry, what? Um, I think the oils in the mayo increase the temperature faster and creates better crust. Okay, on grilled cheese. Chris, you said I'm a mayo toast over butter toast person. I thought you meant like eating toast, like a piece of toast. And I was like, I'm sorry, but you put mayonnaise on your toast. I'm not going to judge you for that, but I do need some more information. Anyway, on the grilled cheese, heard. Increases the temperature faster, creates a better crust. Yes, QP mayo is great. I like QP. I haven't had it in so long. Turkey bacon is going on now. And then we're going to do a little layer of cheese. So this is like a little sharp cheddar. A little sharp. And then we'll do some herbs and then some Havarti and then some tomato and then some regular cheddar. And that'll be pretty good. Mayo for grilled cheese is good because it's egg-based, Chapstick Queen. It also makes it have almost a caramelized crisp to it, like if you make a Monte Cristo or French toast. Yeah, I don't remember where I learned about the mayonnaise thing. Um, it was a video. It was somewhere. It was somewhere in the media. It was like YouTube or a podcast or something. Someone was like, use mayonnaise. And I was like, you're disgusting. And then I tried it and I was like, you're right. Grilled cheese is not a health food, Betty. You're also correct. Grilled cheese is not a health food. There is no reason to consider this a health food. This is Calvin has not felt well. I would like an easy dinner. I was going to do this on Thursday night because I was looking for a real easy dinner before going away this weekend. But Mac and cheese is a pretty damn easy dinner anyway on Thursday. So let's not kid ourselves. Um, I hate mayo normally when people tell me it's different, so I'm willing to try. Makes sense. Um, Monte Cristos are so good, aren't they? I agree. I totally agree. Is that turkey bacon? It is, Dan. I eat some bad food combos, but just mayo and toast crosses the line for me. I don't think I could do that. Yeah, thus my reaction. I was like, I don't know who. I don't want to yuck someone's yum, but I've never had mayonnaise toast, and I'm not. I don't know if I'm interested in starting. Thank you for clarifying that you were also talking about mayonnaise on grilled cheese. Okay, so Havarti is good. Got a lot of cheese here. That's excellent. A little more on this one. And then we'll put some tomato on a few of these. Let's put tomato on 4 of the 5. Gwen doesn't want tomato on hers. She doesn't like tomato, generally speaking, so I'm going to not put it on hers. Um, okay, but I am going to put it on Calvin's and mine because I like tomato and he likes tomato. And we're only going to put it on 3 of these because I don't have enough tomato for a 4th, which is fine. Okay, Tal. Medican, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Um, I make a version with spam instead of ham, and I call it the Mauna Kea, a volcano in Hawaii. I love that. Experimenting with food is so good. I love when people come up with new taste sensations. I know, right? It's fun. I like new things like that, for sure. Okay, now this is just regular cheddar. So what we're going to do is melt these open-faced in the oven, and then when they're melty, we're going to put the caps on them, and then they'll be ready to cook in the pan. And from that point is where you could just hold them in the fridge for a while, or you could even freeze them. But they're starting to come together after they're in the oven because the cheese is starting to melt. I like sliced cheese, and I probably should have sliced this cheese. I even have a cheese slicer. I just literally just remembered that I own a cheese slicer. I forgot. It's a new kitchen gadget. I just got it a couple months ago, so it hasn't really made its way into the rotation. Um, but a double up in the jam because spam is extra salted. Yes, bet you it would taste good with a pineapple-based kind of chutney or pico de gallo. I agree. DJ Harley, I missed it before. What herbs did you put on the sandwich? The sandwich has chives and parsley and dill. Chives, parsley, and dill are on there. Okay, so these are good. Let's pop these in the oven. So these are my like pre-prepped sandwiches, ready for a little heat. Oof. Okay, is that a 400? Let's give those 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, I will package up the rest of this cheese. Ah! Oh no, all of my Tupperware is falling. Do people still call it Tupperware? Or do you call it like plasticware? I still call it Tupperware, but Tupperware is a brand. And so that's not technically appropriate. Anyway, I'll meet you in the middle with pineapple mango salsa. I I love pineapple. I love pineapple salsa. It's very good. Okay, let's do this. Um, I don't want to put that plastic in there because that's been sort of out. Let me label these appropriately. Cheddar, cheddar, Okay. You got sharp cheddar. And Havarti. Havarti. Ha-var-ti. Havarti. Okay. Kyle, would you mind turning that down just a little bit, please? Thank you. He's down there playing Mario Odyssey. Tupperware still. A little lower would be preferable, but I can deal with that as it is, if that's where you'd like it to be. Thank you for being flexible. Tupperware still. Yeah. I don't know. It's just yeah. Thank you. It's just a habit. Oh, soup's boiling. Told you. Okay. Soup's off. Told you I was going to forget about it until it boiled over, and I sure did, didn't I? I just ate, and now I'm hungry again. Isn't that always the case? I call it Tupperware. Yeah, I don't think I can get out of that. I think I just say containers. Welcome in, Steve Harbor. Yeah, sometimes I'll say like, let me get a quart container or a pint container if I want something specific. Um, now that I think about it, almost always containers. Well, good. You are uh, ahead of the curve when it comes to not giving in to our Tupperware overlords. Okay, these are melty. Perfect. 2 minutes was just about the right amount. So let's take a look at these right now. So see how these are starting to melt, like they're very melty on the top. Right now, I'm going to toss the tops on. Actually, let's skip this one. Yeah, there you go. You put the tops on, and then I'm going to take a spatula. I'm going to take my bench scraper and just press these down a little bit so that they are stuck on the cheese. Then I'm going to give them another like 1 minute in the oven to melt together. And then from here is where you could, if you really wanted to, hold these for longer if you're making like a huge batch of them. Tupperware is synonymous with plastic storageware, just like Kleenex is synonymous with facial tissues and Q-tips. And Q-tips are synonymous with cotton swabs. Agreed. I get out, head out to work, but I'm going to leave a lurk on my PC. Thank you for that. I love the vibes here, and I'm glad I was able to catch your stream. See you again soon, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, Chris, I really like your stream too. I'm glad you're back online, and I appreciate. I'll say this. I also appreciate your Twitter. I like following you on Twitter. You have a good. Some of the stuff you retweet hits close to home, and I feel I'm always like, oh, awesome. So cool. Oh my god, the cheese. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't know if I'm ahead of any branding curve. I think my family's just always called them containers. Yeah, I guess more to the point I was saying, like you're not beholden to the brand, the Tupperware brand as an anchoring point in your thinking. DJ Harley, you asked about the herbs. You know what I didn't do? The answer to your question is now none, because I didn't put these herbs in there. We'll see if I can pull the top off of these. I don't really want to. I don't think. No, wait a second. I put herbs in here. Oh my. Okay. 6:30. I want it to be finished by 7. So let's keep moving here. Um, you did put the herbs, yeah. And I just didn't put all of them. Liz, here's what happens. I usually use all of the thing. So I'm like looking at this, and because there's something in here, I'm like, oh, I should have put those in. I forgot. I didn't forget. And more to the point, I'm just going to add them to the herbs from yesterday, because these are the leftovers from yesterday that I could have used today, and that will go in on the mac and cheese on Thursday, or possibly on eggs tomorrow, because I don't really know what dinner is tomorrow yet. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I am. Well, I don't know. I might. It depends. Gwen's going out tomorrow evening, and I am going to take Calvin to karate. But it depends. If he's not feeling up for karate, I may end up streaming anyway. But I don't know. Okay, I'm just giving this soup a stir. The soup is hot. We don't need to do anything else with the soup. Okay. Oven is needed anymore? No. Oven is off. Okay. Let's get our stove set up.